Hi, welcome to this week's JaM Club. It's the first one in May. How is your week going? Has it been an okay week? Has it been a really good week? Do let us know how you're doing. Must say hello to Natalie again. Thank you so much, Natalie, for keeping in touch with us. Any one of you can get in touch. We've got by email or mobile phone. Just ask your parents to do that. Send us a little message. You can send us little pictures so that we know how you're doing. If you make any of the crafts, send us a photograph so we can see what you're up to. It would be lovely to hear from you because we do miss you and we look forward to being able to see you again sometime soon. So thanks to Natalie for getting in touch. We thought that you might like to see somebody else other than just me and just Nikki. So we've got a little message for you from somebody else from our JaM Club team. Here she is.
Hi JaM Club. It's been really weird not seeing you guys every week, but I hope you're having a good time with all the crafts and activities that Nikki and Angelina have been preparing for you. I hope you're learning lots about the Bible and having fun doing it too.
Was that nice to see Hayley? She's missing you too, so it's good to get a little message from her. Maybe we'll get some messages from some of our other JaM Club team members so that you can see them as well and see that they're doing okay. We're going to start with a song. It's a song we did the other week called I Am Not Forgotten. So hope you enjoy singing this and reminding yourself that God never forgets you, that you're always in his mind and in his heart. So you can enjoy singing along with us to this.
God
So it's time to learn a bit more from our story, carrying on with our story of Elisha. Do you remember last week with Naaman and being healed when he dipped in the River Jordan? So it was a really good story, wasn't it, where he ended up putting his trust in God and saying he was only going to worship God because God had healed him. So we're going to carry on. So find yourself somewhere comfy to sit and we'll see what happens next in our great big story of the Bible. The king of Aram went to war with the king of Israel. And the king of Aram kept sending his army around, moving it to different places to try and catch the Israelite army out, to sneak up on them, to get them when they weren't expecting. But everywhere they went, it was as if the Israelite army knew about it. They'd go one place and the Israelites just wouldn't turn up. They'd go another place and the Israelites wouldn't go there. Somebody was warning them. And the king of Aram thought he had a traitor in his camp. Which one of us is telling the king of Israel my plans? One of his officers said, "It isn't any of us. There isn't a traitor. It's Elisha. Elisha, the prophet in Israel. He knows every plan that you're making. You could say something in your bedroom and Elisha would know what you'd said. He's telling the king of Israel all your plans. He's the one who's keeping the Israelite army safe." The king of Aram said, "Right, well, if it's him, then we need to catch him and we need to get him out of the way. So we're going to send an army after him." Now, is it just me, or does that seem a little bit silly? If you've just been told that Elisha knows every one of your plans, can hear everything you say, it's as if he stood in the room with you, listening to it all. Do you really think that you're going to be able to go and catch him without him knowing about it? Because the reason Elisha knew was that God was telling him. And if God was on Elisha's side, then there's nothing the king of Aram's going to be able to do. But he wasn't thinking straight, so off he sent his army. He found out where Elisha was, which city Elisha was in, and he sent his army to surround the city. Elisha and his servant got up in the morning and looked out at this army, all these soldiers who'd come to get Elisha. And Elisha's servant was afraid. What are we going to do? How are we going to get out of this? How are we going to escape? But Elisha said, "Don't be afraid. The army that fights for us is larger than the one who's come against us." And then he prayed. And he asked that God would open his servant's eyes. Let him see. Now, it wasn't that his servant was blind. His servant could see perfectly well. But there was something around them that Elisha's servant couldn't see. And that's what Elisha wanted him to become aware of. So he prayed his prayer. Straight away, Elisha's servants could see all around them an army of horses and chariots of fire. It was an angel army. And Elisha's servants now saw that he had no need to feel afraid. God was protecting them. Knowing they were surrounded by God's angels and protected, Elisha moved on to the next stage of the plan. he prayed that God would make the soldiers blind. So some soldiers were coming into the city to get him, and all of a sudden they couldn't see. They were completely blind. Elisha went up to them and he said, I know who you're looking for. You're not on the right road. You're not even in the right city. He's tricking them. But don't worry, I'll take you to him. And he led them out of his city and away to the city of Samaria, the capital city of Israel, where the king lived. They came into Samaria, and as they got to the king, Elisha prayed again that God would open the soldiers' eyes. All of a sudden they could see again, and when they saw and they realised where they were, that's the king of Israel, we've been tricked. I bet they wondered what was going to happen to them now. The king of Israel said, shall I kill them? Shall I kill them? Elisha said, no. Even if you'd caught them as prisoners of war in battle, you wouldn't kill them. We're not going to do that when we've got them here like this. We're going to feed them. We're going to give them some food. We're going to give them some water. And we're going to send them back to their master, the king of Aram. I don't think we'll have any trouble with them for a while. So that's what they did. They laid on quite a feast for them. They really looked after them, gave them lots of food and drink, and sent them back to the king of Aram. And the soldiers of Aram didn't come anymore into the land of Israel. Isn't it great to know that God is with those who trust in him? And sometimes, even though we can't see him, and we can't see angels around us, but the story reminded me of a verse, something that Jesus said. It's a verse in the Bible, and Jesus was talking about children, and he was talking about people who others looked down on and didn't really think much of. And this is what he said: be careful. Don't think these little children are worth nothing. I tell you that they have angels in heaven who are always with my Father in heaven. Isn't that great to think that you've got angels who are before the face of God, and they're there to do God's messages and things like that, but they're also there to protect those who trust in him, especially children. I think that's great to think that you've got angels, your angels, who are looking out for you. And sometimes we just need to remember that God is with us. And I think at times when we're scared, or it's a little bit of a frightening situation, or something that worries us, it can be good to pray, God, help me see you. And I don't necessarily think that you're going to all of a sudden see angels all around you. You might, but you might not. And I don't think that you'll all of a sudden see God standing next to you, although you might. But I do think that you will know, you'll just get that sense that God is with you, that you're not on your own, and you'll feel safe. And God might not take the scary situation away, but you won't feel quite so scared because God is with you. So we're going to sing another song now. It's a new one that I've only just come across, and I think it's a lovely song that reminds us that God never leaves us, that he's always with us. When we trust in him, he's always with us. So I hope you enjoy this song as much as I did when I came across it.
when hope was all but gone. A second chance to sing a brand new song. You opened up my eyes to see. You rescued me, rescued me. You showed the way when there was no way out. Cleared up my mind when you erased all doubt. You made me strong when I was weak. You rescued me, rescued me. Through every storm of life, I know you're by my side. So I am holding on to your promises. You are the God who holds my future, all my dreams. So I am holding on. You'll never let go of me. Holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me through. Hey! You are my God. I'm holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me through. Hey! You are my God. I'm holding on to you. You are my God. You are my God. I know you'll see me through. Hey! You are my God. I'm holding on to you. Hey! You are my God. I know you'll see me through. Through every storm of life, I know you're by my side. So I am holding on to your promises. You are the God who holds my future, all my dreams. So I am holding on. You'll never let go of me. I know you're by my side. So I am holding on to your promises. My future, all my dreams. So I am holding on. You'll never let go of me. I'm holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me through. Hey! You are my God. I'm holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me.
We can hold on to God's promises that He will never leave us. That's a wonderful thing to remember. So now it's time to go to Nikki's again. It's great, isn't it? She keeps giving us these crafts and things to do. So we'll see what she's got for us to do this week.
Hi JaM Club. I've got a few things to show you this week. Just thinking about the story that Angeline told us, and there was so much I thought we could make this week, so we're doing it all. There's a couple of things in the pack that we will have emailed out to your mums and dads, and I'll show you those quickly now. That's the shield. There we go. The words will be back to front. I say this every week. I film it on my phone, but it says God protects. Now that was just made out of a pizza box, the round bit of cardboard that you get under your pizza, and I stuck on some raised up bits of cardboard from my recycling box, and I painted it. But you can decorate your shield however you like. I stuck some bits on as well. I really enjoyed doing that. That was a fun thing to do yesterday, and I gave it a little handle on the back so I can hold it, and that's to remind me that God protected Elisha in the story. So that's a good one to make. Good fun. You can make it whatever colour you like. You know, decorate it however you want. Cover it in tin foil. Cover it in paper. Colour it in. Whatever you've got at home. So that's one to do. And then the other one was the angel. Okay, that's also in the pack. Now, angels are normally, we think about them at Christmas time, and we think they're all sort of sparkly and white and lovely. Well, do you know what? When you read the Bible, I feel like every time an angel appears, they say, "Don't be afraid." And these angels, this army of angels that God sent, that we read in the Bible story today, they were, you know, a strong, fearsome army with flames and chariots. So I thought, let's make a different type of angel. So the paper plate angel that you see in the pack, I just wanted to show you, because it's not that easy to see in the pictures that we've put in, how you fold it. So that's how it looks. Okay, that's the front, and then I've got some flames on the wings as well, because the wings actually turn themselves round when you fold it. So you've got your split there and your split down here around the head and along. Okay, and what you need to do is you need to sort of smooth it out so you make it almost like a cone. Okay, and then if I'll turn it round, the two slots go together. Can you see that? Okay, and then you end up with nothing on the back, but the decoration on the wings appears around the front. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to do that and get it folded. That's another one. Now the other thing I was thinking about was there are two lots of people that are that can't see in this story. So there's the Aramean army that they ask God to blind them, to protect them so that they can't see where they're going. And God does protect them and looks after them. But also the other person that can't see is Elisha's servant. And he can't see that God is protecting them and has sent them this massive army of angels to surround them. He needed some help, didn't he, to see that? And I thought, you know what we could do? We could do some invisible ink experiments, and those mean that you've got a message or a picture on a piece of paper, but to be able to see it, you need some help. You need to use something else, just like Elisha's servant needed Elisha to ask God to open his eyes so that he could see what God was doing. Right, so what I've done is I've tried a few different things. Now, some of them worked, some of them not so much. So what I thought I'd do is show you them, and then maybe when you do your experiments at home, you can perhaps let us know what was the best thing for you. Okay, I'm just going to move my Bible out of the way so I don't get it all mucky. Okay, now the first thing I found out you could use is lemon juice. So I've got a lemon there, half a lemon, and I've squeezed some juice. You probably can't see, there's some lemon juice in there. Okay, so anything that is a bit acidic, okay, and lemon juice, or this is squeezy lime juice. I hadn't got a real lime, so I use squeezy lime juice. Okay, and you just get that a little bit in a bowl. Okay, and you use, maybe you could use your finger, you could use a paintbrush, or you could use one of these little cotton buds, and you get your lemon juice in there and you just draw on the paper. Okay, now what I found with the lemon juice is that actually it's not that invisible straight away. Now I'm just going to see if you can see that, because it's wet. Can you see I've drawn a funny face with spiky hair? So what you have to do then is wait for it to dry, and then, even then, I think you can still see it a little bit, so it's not that sort of secret or invisible. But the thing about it is you have to wait for it to dry, and then to make the message appear or the picture appear, you have to either put it up to a really hot light bulb, or you have to apply some heat to it. And I had to iron mine, so I'm not sure that's a great idea for you guys, unless you've got a grown-up that will help you with that. Okay, and these are some ones that I did. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. So that was a little a face that I did. It's very, very faint. Can you see where it just sort of started to go brown? And that's what happens when the heat and the light gets to it, it starts to go brown, but it's quite a slow process. And that one's like a little angel that I did. You probably struggle to see these. And this one said, this was the lime juice I used. This one, you can barely see, says God protects. And this one was supposed to say, I love JaM Club. You can barely see it. So those ones didn't work quite so well for me, but it may be different paper or putting more juice on means that you get a darker colour, okay? So you can do that. I've also read somewhere that you can use milk. I haven't tried that one yet, so maybe you might be allowed to have a go at that. But the one thing that did work for me was if you've got a candle at home, I've got quite a big candle there, or even now I've used this yesterday when I was testing things out. This was a birthday candle before I broke it. You just need some white or clear sort of wax. So you could use like a white wax crayon if you've got wax crayons at home. And then you just write your message on the piece of paper like that with the crayon or the candle. Now the thing about this is you don't want to write anything too complicated because you really can't see it on the paper unless you hold it up to the light and really try and see. Okay, so I've written a little message on there. And you could do that with a big candle or a little candle or my very broken birthday candle, but it needs to be white or this one's a bit sort of creamy, but so you can't see it on your white paper. Okay, and that's an important point. It needs to be white paper so you can't see it. Okay, so I'm going to show you now what I did to make the message appear. Now I've got in my little tray here some very, very runny blue paint. You only need a tiny bit of paint and quite a bit of water. Okay, so I'm going to put that on my tray there so that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to paint over the message that I just wrote on the piece of paper. Just swish it all over the message. And there, this is going to be a bit runny, so you need a space to put these to dry. It's back to front for you. Hello! You see, so that comes up quite clear because you've got the dark paint background and the white is where the wax stops the paint getting on the paper. I did another couple yesterday. I'm trying to remember what was on here now. So this is going to be a surprise to me. This is one I did with the small candle. Okay. Oh, there's writing down here as well. Well, what you could do, if you've got brothers and sisters at home, or you could do this with your mums and dads, you could get them to write you a message or draw you a picture and then give it to you, and then it's a surprise when it appears on the paper. And that says, "An army of angels." It's my angel picture. So that's come out quite well, hasn't it? And then I've got one more here that I did with the big candle. Can't remember. I did so many of these yesterday, I can't remember what I wrote. So this is good. This is a surprise. Oh, it's got my name on it. Ah. Yes, she does. It says, Nikki Hearts Craft. Nikki loves craft. Yes, she does. She likes getting the paints out. So those are our secret messages there. So maybe you can have a go this week and do some experiments. Maybe you might find that the milk works better. The lime juice and the lemon juice does work. It's just really faint and it takes quite a bit of time. So if you want a more instant effect, then the wax or a wax crayon and the runny paint works best. Let us know how you get on. Stay safe and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks, Nikki, for that. Wasn't it great? I love that invisible ink idea. I might have a go at that myself. There's some more craft ideas in the pack, as well as a game, and excuse me, and some other things that you can do, linked with today's story and the things that we've been thinking about. I think it'd be good to finish with another song. So It's another song that reminds us about God being with us wherever we go. There's quite a few songs like this, so I just thought it's good to put in as many as possible to remind us of that. And this one's called My God is everywhere, and we're never on our own because God is always with us. So sing along with this one. Hope you enjoy it.
Sitting on my own, I will speak out loud to him, 'cause I know he is listening. Even when I'm lost for words, he knows what I feel. My God is everywhere. My God is everywhere. I look up, I look down, I look round and round and round. My God is everywhere. I can't see, but I know he is real and he's alive. My God is everywhere. He'll never turn his back on me. He'll never turn his back on me. He'll never turn his back on me. My God is everywhere. My God is everywhere. I look up, I look down, I look round and round and round. My God is everywhere. I can't see, but I know he is real and he's alive. My God is everywhere. My God is everywhere. He knows what my God is everywhere. My God is everywhere. He knows what my God is everywhere. He knows what my God is everywhere.
We are coming to the end of this week's JaM Club. I'm going to put a little bonus section at the end because I had a little visitor and I thought you might like to see her again. So I'll put a little bonus bit at the end of this video. But from me, from Nikki and from Hayley, we hope you have a really good week, that you enjoy doing the things in the pack, Don't forget to get in touch with us. It'll be lovely to hear from you. Again, thank you to Natalie for getting in touch. We love getting your little email messages from your mum and you. So stay safe, take care, keep trusting Jesus, and we'll see you again next Thursday afternoon. Bye.
So Dorca decided to come and join in JaM Club again. She's in quite a playful mood.